Hello everyone, it's Hoplite Mike back with another video. Welcome back to this Sparta Let's Play. In the last episode we proceeded north to Larissa and Thermon to take those settlements. We are now sieging Pella, which is the Macedonian capital, and if we take this it'll leave Macedon with one settlement remaining. So the goal for this episode is basically to eliminate Macedon. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into this one. Okay, so here we are in front of Pella. Macedon are the aggressor here, so I don't need to sort of go for the siege, but do need to kind of get into a decent spot here. So they've come straight out. Just going to keep the skirmishers behind here. Make sure that the general survives as well. So they're just going to come charging straight in. Into hoplites, which is fine by me. Now I get the peltas firing on the heavy pikemen, so that's the archers already broken. And I don't want our guys to chase, just want them to maintain the line there. I'm going to use these skirmisher cavalry just to get a few missiles off as well. So that's doing a lot of damage, just taking 10 units off them there, 10 men. And they're already wavering. Are these spearmen? Okay, they're broken, so I'll move on to the next one. This unit's looking a bit depleted. I'd rather that wasn't in the middle, but it's too late now. And I'll just send the guys in here. Okay, so this is the front line. I'll just get the cav going here as well. Got the levy pikemen surrounded. And I'll just move these peltas ready to... Oh, okay, so there's a general unit coming around there, so I need to deal with these pikemen as soon as possible. Or the Epirus. And need to reform the line. I'm probably going to have to use these cav to deal with this general unit here. Just to at least hold them up. I'm just going to turn these into melee mode. Just to attack there and get the general involved. We can use the skirmishers to break the general's charge and then come in with our hoplites.
Now is the time to strike hard at his grieving subjects.
Yeah, so that's one of the generals routed. The other one is got down to 19 men, so the militia cav is doing well against them, and we're routing these Epirus over here. Unfortunately, they've not got any arrow towers around here, so we're not going to take any damage from that. Okay, I'm going to pull the cav back. Now, okay, so we've dealt with most of the Macedonian forces. Just going to bring these guys back. They're pretty much useless now. It's down to the non-mercenary hoplites. Got a few missiles left with these peltasts, and got some horses left as well. General's looking pretty healthy with 55 men. Usually they come outside the city, so I'm just going to wait for them to come out. A draw. No, I don't want a draw. But I might need to pick up the siege equipment. Let's just do that. And head towards the city. So their units will come back from routing once they reach the square. The guys lined up. Oh, they've sent their forces out again.
Our soldiers have reached the gates with the
Just going to retreat here again. Get the general close behind to get the morale boost. Okay, so now we're in.
Have done their work well. The battering ram has broken through the gate.
I'll just use the peltasts to do some damage here. Okay, we need to deal with those ballistas. I'm just going to send in the cavalry. And oh, there's the general unit. I'll just send in everyone here. And we deal with their general. That should be the battle pretty much done, I'd say. I want to deal with that ballista as well, before it gets a lucky shot off on my general. The ballista should rout almost instantly, which it has. Okay. Just gonna send a cavalry in here. Yeah, so we are being fired up, which means we need to get to the square pretty quickly. I'm just gonna fast forward this bit. We are unfortunately taking damage from the towers, but I don't think there's too much I can do about that. Okay, so this is it then. The bodyguards come back from routing. They've got a unit of phalanx pikemen and okay, so a few cavalry units, but nothing too concerning. Just get the guys lined up. Make sure my general's not being fired upon. No. Okay, let's just take the cavalry and run through these archers out. That should be simple enough. Okay, so now I want to surround these pikemen and flank using the cavalry around the back. These hoplites are not moving. So just get the cavalry into position. Yeah, it didn't quite work out as planned, but we'll still get the charge from the back. Assuming they move. No? Okay, there is the charge. So these phantoms should die fairly quickly. Yeah, the numbers are dwindling. Now down to about 50. I think this is our last unit. And on to 20. And that is them, I don't think, just 5 men. 2, 1, and that's it.
You. The enemy are crushed. Your victory is complete.
So that was a heroic victory. We lost about 150 men and took the Macedonians down to 0. The hoplites doing most of the work there. Okay, so we have successfully taken Pella from Macedon, which means Macedon are now down to 1 settlement, being Corinth, which is in the south next to Sparta. I think I'm going to enslave, just because we're not too bad financially right now. I think that puts Sparta nearly at a sort of normal city level.
Let us now talk.
Rose wants a ceasefire. Sure, I'll take a ceasefire. I'd rather be fighting one faction at a time, so right now I want to deal with Macedon as opposed to dealing with Rhodes and Rome, etc. And another faction goes. 3 factions go. So we're now looking pretty good here. Pella has... Okay, this is very built up, so we can actually recruit armor top lights here, so that's very impressive. So let's definitely take advantage of that. Got the whopping 22 defense. Good morale of 8 as well. The normal hoplites just have a morale of 4. So let's get some of those. So now we just need to deal with Corinth. So the Romans have left the Greek peninsula, which means this big force that we have in Sparta we can use to siege Corinth. Oh, sorry, no, the Romans are right here. So I'm a bit wary of leaving Sparta undefended. Especially as it's only got the tier 1 wall, so... And Sparta is actually at a city level now, so we can upgrade. I think I would... How much does the market give you? Only 45 gold. So, I do want to get an upgraded wall, just because it's only got the tier 1 wall. Getting cavalry stables would be quite good as well, because it gives us access to the Greek cavalry. So I might prioritise the wall there. Aegon we can now finally upgrade to Governor's Villa, and in Athens let's get communal farming just to get the population growth going as well. So in the next turn I'll probably look to siege Corinth. Just want to make sure we are as good a position as possible for doing so. I don't like this Roman force which is just roaming the lands, even though we are not currently at war with them. Still a bit of money to spend as well. So I want to make sure I build up a garrison here. And repair what we have damaged. The population growth going too. So we spent most of our money, and yeah, let's move to the next turn. Ah, so Roman did attack Sparta. So going for Corinth might be delayed as Epirus threaten us, but I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to give them any money. They've gone for Larissa. And they've left their main settlement undefended, so I might just hop over the border from Thermon to take that, and then their forces will turn to rebels. Yep, so Epirus has 5 units. What they got here? 3 units. Okay. That's not a concern. That is a concern. That's nearly a full stack there. So I probably need to build up a few more units before I attack Epirus, I would say. To get some more hell tasks. Okay, so that's our first unit of the campaign of the armor top plates. And we have, I think we must have a workshop there as well. So, Macedon doesn't have any more settlements to the north here, but I still need to be wary of potential attacks. I think the force for taking Corinth and Macedon's moving out there, so I need to deal with... I need to take Corinth as quickly as possible, because if Macedon start moving up, then I'll have more forces to deal with. So let's just deal with Rome first. Okay, so they have about 1,500 men when reinforcements are considered. I think our units are better than theirs though. They do have 5 generals though. Okay, let's fight it.
Await my orders.
Right, so Sparta finally has walls, but tier 1 walls not going to be that useful. We have sallied out to attack them, so they probably won't attack. So I'm just going to get the... Well, we just need the force lined up at the wall. Yep.
The enemy have brought up more reinforcements in a futile attempt to save themselves.
So they're probably going to retreat up the hill, which is fine. I do have 3 general units, which is good, and a solid line of hoplites. So their reinforcements are coming in from that side. So, yeah, I mean that is quite a lot of forces to be fair. I don't know if there's any point in trying to join up, or sort of trying to cut them off, because it will just end up being kind of sandwiched. So what I might do is just line up, let them join forces, and then I could actually send skirmishing cavalry, but they don't have much ammo. I'm just going to let them join up.
My lord! My lord! Run! Run! Orders completed, Commander! Cavalry! Unit! Units! Group! My lord! My lord! My lord! Quickly! Militia! Hurry! Ready!
Yep, they're breaking off it
Run!
with the Sparta. So I'm gonna go and do some skirmishing here, and I'm just gonna break the line.
Units! Make haste! Militia! Quickly! Units!
And they're sending their generals, so I'm just gonna pull back with the cav.
Make haste! Units! Units! Make haste!
can use these generals to reinforce if there are line breaks. Yeah. The guys into shield wall. There's a Sparta already down quite a few numbers there. So I'm just going to charge in. And then go for that light cavalry. Yeah, no, don't chase. Okay. So that Roman acquisition units just impaled themselves. Yeah, the cavalry are causing havoc. And they've got war dogs out, and that's their general dead. Right, so we're in a pretty decent spot. I want to make sure that these cavalry units do at least live long enough to chase down enemy units. Are there any line breaks? Okay, I'm sending in the general hit. I think our cavalry is routed, it has. Yeah. So we shouldn't really be chasing. No, stay there. Yeah. Send the general and hit. And our cavalry have come back from routing, or some of them have. Yeah, it's about even. Need to use some of these cav. I'm just going to go for their general unit here with my general. And send in these hoplites as well. Getting charged from the rear hit and this Roman general, so they might break. But in general, the hoplites are holding up quite well, I would say. Yeah, the tide of battle is turning in our favour, I'd say.
The enemy king now shows his true colors as he runs from the battle.
Yeah, that's their general dead. So let's use our cav to chase down some enemy units here. As we are chasing down some routing units, I think I'm just going to bring these guys back. We need the numbers. Okay, so we are down to dwindling numbers, but enemy army is routing. Okay.
They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
So this was fairly close in the end, but I think we've got them. Just going to use the cav to chase down what we can. bring this unit over here where the fighting is actually taking place. So we have at least got one cavalry unit that we can use to chase down enemy units. Send those guys over there. And we've lost a cavalry unit, probably down to friendly fire, I would assume. So I'm just going to let the towers deal with that unit and use the one horse I have to deal with the surrounding units. Actually, okay, that's the end of the battle. So I'll just fast forward that.
Only frightened rabbits running from our men.
With this cavalry unit can I can almost see a bit of a line forming. Come on, there's one guy left. Must be able to deal with him. Okay. And there's some more units over here. We might not get many of these, but it's worth seeing what we can do. Yeah, we crushed the enemy. So we lost a lot of troops. We lost about 600 troops, but we took them down to about 200. Okay, so we have once again seen off the Romans at Sparta. So we lost a lot of troops there, so first things first is we need to get everything retrained. And unfortunately we don't have enough money to do so. So I'll take some stuff off queue. Okay. How much money does that give us? 800, okay. It's more important to get these troops retrained for Sparta. Right. Let's pass down that. Well, actually, I could send up.
My lord?
And at these hoplites to reinforce. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to send up some forces to reinforce it and pass it on. Okay, so our reinforcements are brought in for this one. The balance of power is about even, so we're going to have to fight this one. So let's jump in.
Now lads, time to be about our business.
Await my orders.
Okay, so last thing to note is that we can get to the high ground.
Go, go, go!
I thought this was a siege of a... Oh, defending a city. Strange. There's our reinforcements.
The reinforcements are
So we'll
here.
bring those up.
Send them to fight. Dishearten the enemy.
Units, double dive.
It's going to take them a while to get here, unfortunately.
Units, double dive. Units, form up. Militia, cavalry.
Just going to send in the militia cav to do a bit of skirmishing.
Units, run.
See if we can pick off the general.
Units,
Need to be careful with my
units,
general unit though. If he dies, then we are in trouble.
Units, run! Units, double dive! Units, run!
This gives our other forces a chance to regroup as well. So I'll just leave them walking since they are fixated on these cavalry units. Yeah, so we're doing a fair bit of damage here. Fortunately, I think that's the general at the back, and we're not doing much there. So I'll just let them skirmish there, and I'll get the guys into position. Just going to get them surrounded here. Okay, so those phalanx pikemen are surrounded. You see some frontline action here. Want to surround this unit as well. That's some militia hoplites routing. But the phalanx pikemen are also routed. So I'll take the rest of the troops and converge on the phalanx pikemen here. How are we doing over here? So I think our guys are out of missiles. And I don't really want to charge in with cavalry. So I'm just going to pull back with the cavalry here. Okay, so they've routed, so we can just converge on this unit here. And then I can actually use the cavalry to charge from the back as long as their pikes are not facing us.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is
Is their general dead? Okay, they've routed. Just use the cav to chase down. Something's come back from routing here. Yeah, so I'm going to pull the cav out here and then just go up the hill to attack these phalanx pikemen. May as well bring these down as well. Just get them surrounded. They've routed instantly. I'll just use that unit to attack them and then converge on this phalanx pikeman. We're going to get a bit of a charge here. Okay, so I'll just continue so we can get as many of them as possible. And I'll just fast forward it. Yeah, that's it. So clear victory. We lost about 70 troops, but we have defended, or fended off Epirus.
Victory and honor! Yes, strategos!
Lacy. Okay, so Rome have another fleet. Just seems to be endless stacks from Rome, unfortunately. But they are, I think they're blocked in. I don't think they can land. Anyway, so most of our forces will now be retrained at Sparta. So I can now move in to attack Corinth.
Yes, strategos.
Just wary of taking too much. So I'll take... Alright, I'll select everything first. I do need some cavalry. And I'll leave one general. And probably need 3 units of hoplites. Yeah, so I think Corinth has stone walls. Let's get the siege towers. Okay, so Sparta is now a bit undefended, but I can reallocate some troops down to Sparta.
Yes, strategos.
So the garrisons are a bit more evenly distributed.
My lord.
See if there's any mercenaries we can get. I can't get any mercenaries. I wonder if we can bribe any
Be quick.
forces around it.
You insult us.
Not them.
Be quick. Our patient, if we may have
815 denarii.
Well, when
It's,
you put it like that,
Cheaper than expected. They've disappeared. Okay. So, in terms of next turn, so next time we'll have the siege equipment to attack Corinth. They might actually just come out and attack us straight away. Might just reinforce actually with 2 more units of hot plates. So give us a bit of a better chance. Okay, so I've got a bit more money, got a bit of money to spend. Get a market here in Sparta. I don't think we spent much money in Athens for a while, so I get a trader there. And an age on, we'll upgrade to the governor's villa. And with that, I shall pass turn. Okay, so Rome have landed next to Sparta, but they haven't attacked us. So it's important that we get Corinth this turn, and then we can double back to defend Sparta if Rome do attack. So this is where I'm going, yeah. So I'll assault Corinth. So if you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. I think I'm going to fight this in the next one, which will hopefully be the end of Macedon. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.